As all of you will know, my camera of choice is the Nikon D700, and if I'm ever using one of my other lenses, it's usually the Fuji S5 Pro. Unless I'm doing my kind of property stuff, it's the Canon 5D Mark II, and then if I'm doing any kind of like video stuff where it's where I need a light camera, it'll be my Canon 550D. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch of cameras, whole bunch of lenses. Not very many Canon lenses because that's kind of a work thing. But I've pretty much got everything that I need, I think, at the moment anyway. I've got my 70-200, I've got my fisheye, I've got everything from a 10.5mm fisheye to a 200mm f2.8. So I've pretty much got everything, and my most favourite new thing is the Tamron 24-70 f2.8 with VC, vibration control, or compensation, I can't remember which one it was, which is fairly well weather sealed and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, there's nothing that I need at the moment, that I think I need at the moment anyway. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be saving up. Now, many people have gone and got the most recent camera, the Nikon D800 or the D600, or if you're a Canon person, you might be more, oh, I've got the Canon 5D Mark III. Or if you're really loaded, you've gone for the D4 or the DX1 something, or whatever it is with Canon. For me, at the moment, still none of that really interests me, or is really... Well, nothing so far is a replacement for the D700. You know, this thing is my rock. It's everything of that is perfect. Everything else that's come out for me hasn't really floated my boat. Nothing I've found looks or feels or is better than the D700 in terms of my workflow, my ease of use, and that's got everything in it for me. So I'm not planning on replacing that anytime soon. However, like with all bits of technology, I know something better will be coming around the corner. However, the question is, how far away is that corner? You know, is that corner 6 months away, 12 months away, 2 years away? I don't know. But what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start saving up for it just now. So each month I'm putting £50, maybe 60, 70, £80 a month aside. Depends on how much money I make each month. And I'm just going to keep that in a different bank account and just leave it there. It's doing nothing. Okay, I could be making the 0.1% interest on it somewhere else. Yeah, that's not interested. Oh, I could be putting it into the mortgage. I'm already putting in far more into the mortgage than I actually need to, have to. So I'm just keeping this as a little kind of side note of a little bit of money each month, and I'm going to start off around about £50 a month, and then so I reckon I'll be doing that for at least another year. So what's that? That gives me £600 to kind of play with. 600. Okay, that starts off at £600. Now, whenever my dream camera comes out, let's say next year, in a year's time, my dream camera comes out, then I'll go, ooh, I like that. Now, I would always advise never buy a camera when it first comes out. A, the price is always highly inflated. B, there's always firmware updates that come along because they always forget to put stuff in, or people find there's issues with it in the first kind of 3-4 months of it. And another reason, why do I not get it at the start? Price will drop, there's always firmware updates, and yeah, there's loads of issues with cameras when they first come out. Like, for example, the D600 just now, everyone's having a mump about the oil splatter that's hitting its sensor. Its sensor. And with the D800, it was, one of the focus points is stupid and doesn't work. So that's the thing. That's why if you wait for 6 months, all these things are found out by all the other photographers that bought it and tried it and complained about it. And then you can come along, buy the new one, and it's maybe 6 months. It's been on the market for 6 months or so, but then they've already put in the next firmware update, and they've already figured out what all the issues were that all the actual photographers were having a problem with. So I reckon next 12 months, I'm probably going to be saving 60, 70, £80 a month, keeping that at the side. And then once my camera comes out, I'll double that each month. So I'm saving maybe 100, 110, 120 each month when that's out. So I make sure I've definitely got enough money for it, because effectively it will come out. You'll probably need an extra battery. You'll probably need an extra battery thing to go up at the bum. What do you call it? Battery grips. So never consider the price of the camera to be the final price. You never know, it might have different memory card things, whether it's SD, XQD or something else. So you've got batteries, memory cards, battery grips. It may need a different type of something else on it, which I can't even imagine at this moment. And oh, I will always need a new software. So the Adobe Lightroom will have to be updated with the latest codecs, and I'm using Adobe Lightroom 3, and it'll probably be Adobe Lightroom 5 by then. So I'm just going to completely ignore number 4 until I need to get a new camera to upgrade with the software, if that makes any sense. So that's my plan. What's your plan? Are any of you kind of going, no, I don't save, I don't need to save, I'm going to spend it, I'm making so much money, I just buy it whenever I want to? Or are you kind of really holding back your money and thinking, I've got to spend my money as wisely as possible? Now obviously this is coming up to Christmas time, and many of you are wanting to spend loads of dough on stuff. And I'd say go for it if you've got loads of dough to spend on stuff, but always remember that things will always be upgraded. Things will always be made better. Something will come along in another 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, which will make your camera redundant. If you consider your camera that way, you know, like an iPad, you know, the iPad 4th generation is out. Everyone with the iPad 3 were just like, oh my god, it's so unfair. It's like, it's the same thing, it doesn't matter, it still does the same stuff. For me, with cameras, they're all the same thing, they all do the same stuff. But an upgrade one, maybe it has the video bits which I actually want in it, and what do I need? Don't need anything. Or maybe my current one may be slightly starting to die by that time. I don't know, because it's so far in the future. But let me know what you think, or what are you saving for, and how much are you saving each month, and how long do you think you're going to have to be saving for until the dream of photography for your life comes out. Oh my god, I have no idea what I'm saying. Anyway, spoken too much, far too much. Speak to you later. Bye bye.